How's it going, everybody? So, I want to teach you guys just some things I've learned in terms of applying skill, and part of that is to be an impressive male figure, male person. First things I want to tell you is that senses matter, so that is the things such as your sight, such as your touch, your taste, your hearing, or your smell. And I'll break those down. Like your sight is like your dress competency. Your touch is, what people feel, how you feel and stuff like that. One of the things is your taste, so that's part of your hygiene. So it's, getting your mouth together, getting your body odor together. Another thing is your smell. Same thing as hygiene. Another thing is your hear. And part of that is your speech, developing your speech, being confident, believing in yourself when you speak, training yourself how to speak better, even stop saying and trying to better yourself to be a attractive and competent and impressive male. One of the ways I'm going to be starting is with the site, which is dress competency. One of the things that people do enjoy is someone who has a balanced style visually to themselves. And one of the things I want to mention is color theory. Color theory is essentially, the colors, how they relate to each other. And one of the ways I want to show you that is complementary colors. So seeing complementary, you see this wheel as this yellow here and this purple here, they are across from each other. These will be considered complementary colors. Same thing for green and red, same thing for orange and blue. And if you notice from certain things such as fashion and stuff like that, they have these combinations. Another thing I want to mention is saturation. So saturation is, in a sense, almost like the redness of a color, or like the greenness of a color, or the blueness of a color, and the intensity of that. So if you understand that concept of like regular saturation being used outside of the art world, is just means something that's wet. So apply that into the art world back together. And if you apply, like, let's say you had red paint, less saturation would mean more water. So it would be less saturation for this red would be something of a pink, something of a flesh color. Same thing for all these other ones, like, blue would be more like a sky blue, or this yellow would be more like a creamish color. And having one of the biggest things that is important for this is a sense of harmony within the usage of these colors. One of the things I learned from one of my art classes that I went to is that having a balance of these colors, and now mind you, they have different terms for the relationships of these colors. So you got like the tertiary colors, I think it's the secondary colors, and you have the primary colors, 1, 2, 3 primary colors. And you see how these all correlate together. In dress, it's helpful to establish a idea of how you want to have these colors correlate. So for instance, if you have something, let's say for me, it's not as, I don't have this super detail for myself, it's just wearing a shirt, but it's a red shirt and I got a brown hat. So how that works with here is that I'm sorry, another thing that I want to correlate is warmth, color warmth. So this will be warm colors, this will be cool colors. So for me, if I wanted to work a pattern, I would run something along this line of warm colors. So where, brown hat would be something of let's say a darker orange, let's say. The art world will call brown mud. So it'd be like a combination of all the colors. Is brown to me. So it's just, to me, a same difference. But yeah, you run along these lines. One of the things that you should do is color balance, is to pair a color that has a higher saturation with a color that has a lower saturation. And it could be the same color. It might be monochromatic, which is one color. So you could have something that's a deep red and pair it with something that's almost like a pink for an accent. But it all depends on where you want your emphasis to be. And that's part of the benefits of contrasting your colors when you dress, is to help people place a focus on you. So next thing is, there's always a balance in dress. One thing I did when I Googled was to figure out what are people wearing these days. So when I checked out fashion, I mainly seen people with very simple style these days, and maybe that's just like the fashion for today. but I want to speak on like how dress kind of helps you out. Dress helps you. Um, One of the ways I've seen is that people, they got button ups, they got vests, so it is very simplistic, but it's very helpful. And one of the things I kept seeing was simple shirts and some slacks or some jeans. So it's semi-formal, which is essentially formal would be a business suit, which is still great in its own right. And I'll just describe that in a moment. But another thing is semi-formal. It's less intimidating, and that's another thing I'll get on is like sort of shapes. But it's less intimidating. It has a home feel to it, so it's a bit more comfortable. And as you portray yourself to be in a comfortable manner, you make other people comfortable. So one of the ways of dress in terms of the simplicity is your body. So one of the things you need to have, I know, not a big muscle, but is to have body shape. So it's a simple t-shirt, right? But having a muscular body helps bring out the shirt, and that therefore bring you out because you're the muscular figure underneath the shirt. And so that helps have, now imagine you can be a slim person too, but you need to make sure these your colors are right, and make sure the stuff you're wearing helps. So when you dress up, you have simple things, maybe a shirt, but and maybe some jeans. Make sure that stuff it should make sense. It should have some competency to it. And like, or if you have like a vest or you have like a button up, again, the idea is a business casual. So don't button it up all the way in the to the top, because that'd be uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for you. It's uncomfortable probably for the viewer, especially when you're outside in the heat. So when you show this stuff, it's you want to give that I'm serious. I got some seriousness to me, but at the same time, I am comfortable. So another thing I want to show is the idea of the shapes, and I want to go first from speaking from suits. So suits are very formal. They mean you don't play around. I encourage guys to just try a suit out once, and you don't have to go anywhere. Just walk, go somewhere. I'm sorry, you don't have to go anywhere specific. Just have a suit and go to the store. And mind you, that doesn't mean get your hair all messy, have your hair together, have your face together, get your hygiene together, and just get a suit and maybe just go out, go somewhere. You'll see how people have a certain impression on people who wear suits like they're in business, even if they technically don't even have a business. But the fact that you wear a suit, it shows a sense of professionalism, and those angular edges, in my opinion, it's almost like it's not really seen so much in nature. It shows a sense of like a non-organic, and it's serious. It's not as soft. And so when you walk and go in places, people see you in this angular suit and this very structured thing. It shows a sense of minor intimidation, and it shows a sense of structure. So when you walk in there and you build yourself to be a confident, assertive person, and you don't have to be too assertive, just be assertive to a point where you know what you want, you know how to speak about what you want, and you know how to use your tone of voice so you can speak in a very forward manner. And that way, totaling this together, it'll collectively bring out a person who has confidence, because confidence is a catch-all term for a lot of things that collectively come together. So when you speak and your dress is nice, you smell great, your hygiene is great, and you know how to speak well, you speak direct, you speak clearly, you do not say too many ums. You just speak. You speak with a sense of believing in what you say and believing in yourself. A sense of confidence. Confidence means to believe to have faith with. Con with fide, faith, to have faith with. So believing in yourself when you speak. So when you believe in yourself, and this is similar to the idea of confidence and comfortability, when you're comfortable with yourself and you have confidence in yourself, you give that off to other people. So people see that and they see how you operate. They feel comfortable. They feel like they can have confidence in you because you have confidence in yourself. So another thing is shape. Shape matters a lot. So for me, I'm bald, right? One of the reasons, good reasons I do have a cap is it helps me have a sense, and also I have these big glasses. It helps have me a sense of shape on my face, have a sense of shape. Like for instance, I took these off, right? Now, mind you, yes, the thing's in the way, but I want you to see like the differences that like my person needs a sense of balance, in my opinion, from what I've looked at and stuff. So, if you check out like a shape, shape, there needs to be a balance, So for right now, this is kind of like a triangle, and the way I've always seen it is that shapes have to have something like a boxy kind of figure, right? So yes, 2D wise, I am the same way, but now it's building some sort of rectangularism. So it's a sense of unity within your body, especially just with the shape. Another thing is, don't imitate celebrities because the way they got famous is not. Oh, another thing is this video. I just noticed this video is a little slanted. Videographers understand the concepts of how videos are presented because it emulates people. So when you see something that's slanted, from what I've understood, it's about like it shows something's off, and technically it is. This video is slanted, and so it shows a weird. It's like think Dutch angles when you see cinematography. If you want to see examples of Dutch angles, check out the old X-Men movies where they sway. They have this sweeping motion of like moving up and turning and stuff like that. It gives a out otherworldly perspective. So, but yeah, back to my shapes. You need to have some sort of complement to your shape. You have to have some sort of balance to your shape. So, like, sure, I could walk out like this, but it just wouldn't really work because there's not much balance to me. And plus, these are glasses that I need to see in. But to have some distraction for people to see, it helps just give more shapes, more attention to your face. Now it's not just like a triangle, like a awkward like it's less of an awkward triangle shape and more so like if you split me down the middle, there's more like shapes to focus on. Another thing is I'm sorry, I didn't finish my topic about celebrities. They just have different rules, so don't really imitate them. You can if you want to, but they're just poor people. They're poor examples to imitate from because we don't like them so much for their fashion sense, and as much as we like them because they're celebrities and they know people that we like. So this lady, this YouTuber, her name is Psych in real life, and she calls herself Donna. I'm just gonna go by that, call her Donna. She says that we have parasocial relationships with are these celebrities. We don't really initially connect with them. We just connect with them by proxy of their image onto computer, onto some sort of media. So we have that. It's a fake image. It's a fake relationship that we have with them. And so because of stuff like that, we don't really know these people. I just encourage you to just disconnect and acknowledge them. Oh, another thing she did say is that celebrities. She did a Google search essentially, and it was celebrities are people who we celebrate for their accomplishments. We celebrate what they do, so that's why we lift them up because of what they do. Like Will Smith, we celebrate him because of the Men in Black movies or the Bad Boys 2 movies. So we do that, and that's important. So that's why they're celebrities. They're not celebrities because of their nice fashion chic. Some of them are like Erykah Badu. She's very good. She's well known for her fashion sense, but also well known because of her music. So and the thing is, one of the things that get people to this eye catching is just like I mentioned, color theory, color competence. So when you know how to competently dress, people like that. It's easier on the eyes and it makes sense. It makes sense. And believe it or not, if you are beginning to be a competent person, it helps a whole lot. It helps a whole lot. It helps people simply feel comfortable, more comfortable around you. You know, when we learn to speak, you come off a lot more likable because of that. Because you have competency, you have skill. It's not because magical thinking. You know, it's because of how you act, how you dress. All of these things collectively come together in a initial first impression. So please, if anybody's interested, like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully this is interesting to you. And this is Third Way Productions. So we're out.